Good morning from beautiful Tokyo, Japan. Today's video is a very special and ambitious one. Today, I'm going to be walking the entire Yamanote Line. For those of you that don't know, the Yamanote Line is one of the busiest transit lines in the entire world. It's about 35 kilometers long. It's a loop line with 30 stations. To ride the entire line, it takes about 1 hour, but I'm not going to be riding the line. I'm going to be walking it. So it's going to take me a fair bit longer than that. We don't got any time to waste. I'll explain all the details on the way. Let's get walking.
Come on, bye.
You're not coming?
No.
So we are starting things off here at Yoyogi Station, and we're going to be ending at Shinjuku Station. And Yoyogi Station is a really cool station because it's located right by the Meiji Jingu Shrine. And we're actually going to be walking through the shrine grounds in order to get to the next station. Now, the way I'm going to go about this walk is that I'm going to make sure I visit every single station. However, I might not necessarily always be following the tracks exactly. The reason for that is because sometimes it just doesn't make sense. Like sometimes the track is kind of way out of the way, it's not easily accessible, or it's just a really boring route. So we're gonna make sure that we see every station, but not necessarily follow the track exactly. For example, right now we are walking through the Meiji Shrine grounds, which is a much more pleasant walk than trying to walk along the tracks the whole way. Based on my research, I think that this walk should take me about 10 hours or so, and it should be a little bit longer than the 35 kilometers of the track, because you kind of have to go in slightly different ways, obviously. But I think it should be a fun walk. It'll be interesting to see different parts of Tokyo that I've never seen before. So I'm really excited for this. You might have noticed I'm alone today. Sandy's not here right now. She is going to be joining me for part of the walk, but she didn't want to commit to doing the entire thing and walking for like 10 to 12 hours today, which is fair. Over to the right, you can see the main approach to the Meiji Shrine. Unfortunately, that is away from the next station, so we are going to continue on straight this way. We made it to our first stop, Harajuku. Not bad at all. For those of you that have never been to Japan, Harajuku is actually a really cool place. It used to sort of be like the fashion place, but now I think really it's all about the food. They have tons of different little snack foods and stuff, and it's always changing like what they have based on the season and based on what's new. Yeah, it's a really cool place. I feel like I picked a perfect day to do this on. The weather is absolutely beautiful today, and it is February, so it is a little cold here in Japan, but today it's actually not that bad at all. And I've got my Uniqlo ultralight down jacket on, so I think I should be fine for the whole day. And all this walking is probably going to warm me up, to be honest. I did come pretty prepared for this walk, so I've got a bottle of water and I've also got a bottle of Pocari Sweat. This stuff is the best. If you're an Aquarius fan, leave a comment below and let me know why you like subpar drinks. Pocari Sweat all the way. Alright, break time's over. Let's keep going. We have made it to Shibuya Station. Stop number 2 on our little journey over here. If you are looking for a place to get an awesome view here in Shibuya, I recommend checking out the Shibuya Scramble building. And if you want to get an awesome view of the actual crossing itself, the Starbucks and the Hoshinoya coffee are probably the 2 best places. Probably the Starbucks is number 1 because they have a bunch of seats that face outwards towards the crossing. Really cool place to get awesome, amazing time lapses. But we are off to our next station, Ebisu Station. Let's go. It's been about an hour now. Starting to get a little hungry. I think it's time to look for some food. I gotta say, for the most part, I've really been enjoying this walk so far, but the road that I'm on right now is very boring. There's pretty much nothing here, so this is not very exciting. It's also starting to warm up quite a bit, so I think I need to take this jacket off. The only bad thing is I like having my pockets. The nice thing is these Uniqlo ultralight jackets are really light, so it's not gonna make my backpack much heavier at least. There goes the Yamanote Line once again. Now that we are approaching the station, it is getting much busier and there's way more stuff around, so that's kind of nice to see because, like I said, it was pretty bored and bare. All right, here we are. We have made it to Ebisu Station. Ebisu is also a really nice area. It's located super close to Shibuya, obviously, and it's like one of the most desirable places to live here. There's tons of good food here, and one place I would recommend checking out if you're ever in this area is the Ebisu Yokocho, which is like an indoor Yokocho. A Yokocho is usually like a small alleyway with a bunch of bars and little izakayas, but this one's indoors, and there's like, I don't know how many, but a bunch of small little izakayas here. It's a great place to drink, it's a great place to eat some snacks, eat some food. It's just really awesome. But anyways, we're off to the next station. Let's keep going. Another thing you'll notice in Japan is bikes. There are so many bikes. So far, the walk between Ebisu and Meguro has been pretty nice. It's nice and quiet. It is very residential, but there are some beautiful apartments here, so it's not the end of the world. I am having trouble finding a good place to eat, though. I'm sure I'll find something near Meguro Station. Alright, we have made it to our next stop. We are here at Meguro Station. I gotta say, my feet are officially starting to get a little bit tired now. It's time to eat. I'm sure there'll be some food near the station. I think I see a ramen place pretty close by, so maybe it's time for some ramen. That ramen really hit the spot. It was so good, and it was nice to get off my feet for a little bit. Now we're back on the road, walking to our next station, which is Gotanda Station. Now we're starting to get to places that I don't really go normally, so it's kind of interesting. Don't really know too much about Gotanda Station area, but guess we'll find out together what it's like. The only bad thing about stopping for food is that it made me chilly again, so I had to put the jacket back on. Gotta keep warm. One thing that's really cool about this walk is that although I'm walking through Tokyo, it's like very quiet. There's so many areas that are just like completely pedestrian only, or there's some bikes every so often, but they're very nice areas, and it's like a super walkable city overall. Alright, there it is. We have made it to our next stop, Gotanda Station. There's not that much exciting about the station, to be perfectly honest. So we're just gonna keep on going. Our next stop is Osaki Station, which I believe is like the last stop on the Yamanote Line by numbering. Obviously there's no actual last because it is a circular line, but yeah, we're heading to the final stop of the Yamanote Line. There it is once again, Yamanote Line. I feel like I should have started a counter for how many times I've seen the Yamanote Line now. It's been a lot, and I will continue to see it a lot more on this walk. Alright, we have made it to Osaki Station. That wasn't too bad. My legs are definitely starting to hurt now though, and my legs are okay, my feet are starting to hurt now. Next stop is Shinagawa, and I think when we go from here to Shinagawa, actually, it's gonna be like, we're gonna leave the track a fair bit, because I think from Osaki it goes down and then up, and I think we're just gonna cut across. Makes more sense that way. This is not cheating, it's totally fine. taking a much needed coffee break. And thankfully this Tully's was right on the route, so I really didn't want to deviate if I don't have to, because any extra steps are too many extra steps. Tully's is basically like the Starbucks of Japan. I mean, they have Starbucks here as well, but Tully's is like, I don't know, it's more common. There's a lot of Tully's everywhere. It's pretty good, it's not bad, I don't mind it. Look who it is!
Hello.
Sandy has joined me.
Just
Finally. You don't wanna do the rest of it with me?
I'll see how I feel. It's really windy today.
It is pretty windy, that's true. Although I kept taking my jacket off because I got so hot from walking so much. Anyways, we are back, or I am back, and Sandy's back now, I guess. And we're back on the road, and we're making our way over to Shinagawa Station. That coffee break was really needed. My feet are pretty sore, but they're okay. And my legs are totally fine. I feel like everything feels fine except for my feet are a bit sore. So, we'll see how this goes, but the goal is still to get it all done today. Let's keep going. It is very steep.
Oh my god.
You can't see, oh my god, you've been walking for like 5 minutes. I've been walking for like 3 hours. The neighborhood that we're walking through right now feels very, very pricey. Because they're like detached homes, which are very rare obviously. And they even have like carports. So, very fancy area we're in right now. As we're headed to Shinagawa Station. We have made it to Shinagawa Station. This is like a really major station. It's one of the busiest stations here because it's a main interchange station. So the Shinkansen comes here, obviously the Yamanote Line comes here, the Keikyu Skyliner or Sky something comes here. There's a bunch of trains that come here basically. So yeah, we made it. The next station is actually really close. I think it's only like 10 minutes away. So we'll be there in like no time at all. Alright, we have officially made it to Tanakawa Gateway Station. And like I said, this is the newest station here on the Yamanote Line. And the first new station opened up in like forever. And it's still under a lot of construction. The actual station is done, but this whole area is like a huge new redevelopment. You can see some images here that show what it's gonna be like eventually.
Oh, I'm so excited for this station.
Which is gonna be really cool.
Wow.
And the station looks absolutely massive also. It almost looks more like an airport than like a regular train station. So it's really cool. But yeah, that was a nice quick walk, and now we're off to the next station, which is Tamachi. Next station is Tamachi, so we head to Tamachi Station next. Alright, we're taking a quick little break from 7-Eleven. Sandy got a classic tuna mayo. That's your lunch?
Yeah.
You didn't eat lunch yet? Oh, I thought you ate lunch at home. And I got a clear cooler, which is kind of like a Strong Zero, similar idea. Just gonna drink away all my foot pain. I feel like things are looking a lot different now. We're no longer in like a mainly residential area. There's a lot more businesses around. Feels like a much more business district that we're in right now.
A lot more pedestrians as well.
Yeah. We have just arrived at Tamachi Station, and I gotta say the walk was actually felt really quick.
It's just straight.
It was just straight, and I think because there was like way more stuff going on, it felt way quicker than when we were walking through the residential areas. There's like not too much around here, like in this actual like at the station. I think there's like an underground area with restaurants, so it said. So that's kind of cool. You're here. Now we're up to the next station though. I think we're just gonna keep powering through. Feeling good. My energy drink really helped. The next station is Hamamatsucho, and it is about 1.5 kilometers away from here, and it's pretty much a straight line, so that's not too bad.
Yeah.
We are walking along the train tracks once again. Oh, there We are just about at the station. We got really worried because it looked like a dead end, but looks like if we go up to the 3rd floor, we can get to the station. Alright, we have officially made it to Hamamatsucho Station. And it looked like it was going to be really small, but it's actually really big. It's just kind of tucked away.
Yeah, you have to go up the stairs to the 3rd floor.
Yeah, pretty cool though. Very nice looking station. And we are officially in the East Tokyo area.
Okay.
And the next station is Shimbashi, and then I believe after that is Yurakucho, and then Tokyo Station.
Ooh,
And I think Tokyo Station is officially our halfway point, or maybe Shimbashi. I don't know. We're pretty close though. We're pretty close to the halfway point at this point.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm still feeling pretty good, surprisingly. I'm starting to get a little tired. We might need to take a break soon. Things are much louder now that we are back in the central Tokyo area. There's lots of construction noise, there's people everywhere, and I'm sure it's gonna get busier and busier, especially as people are coming out of work. It's about 3:50 now, so it's starting to get a bit late. We've been at this for a while. This is a very cool looking building. This is also a pretty nice building, and this is such a tiny little building. This is what I like about this vlog, is I feel like we're just discovering weird random little things all the time. It's pretty cool. There it is! Another spotting of the Yamanote Line. You can hear the station chime in the background. We're almost there, so close. Alright, we have officially made it to Shimbashi Station, and this station, like I was saying, is really cool, mostly at nighttime, because that's when everybody comes out here after work and just drinks and eats yakitori and other bar snacks and izakaya style food, and it's really, really fun and really, really cool. It's a little early for that right now, but I'm sure we'll find a good place to eat anyways, because I need to eat now. I'm getting hungry. Alright, we found a place to grab a drink and grab some food, and it looks really good, and the drinks are super cheap. It's only 150 yen. So we're excited for this, and it's located right underneath the train tracks. So right above us, there is a train. I'm sure we'll feel it whenever it passes by. Cheers! Oh yeah. See, now the responsible thing to do while doing a crazy walk like this would be to, drink lots of water, eat healthy. We just had a bunch of deep fried food. I had a highball, and now I'm having a beer. This is probably a terrible idea. Also, we're wasting lots of time while we're here. So, at this rate, I'm not gonna finish this until midnight. But at least I'll finish it happy. Woo! That was good. That was a very delicious meal. We got a bunch of stuff, and it only cost us how much, Sandy?
2409 yen.
That's like $24 Canadian. That is very cheap. We are off to our next stop, which is Yurakucho Station. I feel like back home, the space underneath the trains would not be used because it'd be like, oh, it's too noisy, it doesn't make sense. But here they utilize all the space, and it's awesome because all these little restaurants are nice and tightly confined, but they're really cool and unique. It's an awesome use of space. Why waste space when you don't got it? I feel like these are the parts of Tokyo that a lot of tourists don't get to see. Like the back alleyways where all the cool little izakayas are. And honestly, these are the places that make Tokyo what it is and make it such an amazing place to visit, such an amazing place to live. Or if you're like us, such an amazing place to just come back to way too often and spend way too much time at. But I mean, it's worth it because it's so much fun. We have made it to Yurakucho Station. You can kind of see it behind us.
It was a pretty fun walk. There's so many little shops and izakayas. We're just kind of immersed and looking around. By the time we know it, we're already here.
Yeah, I would say come to either Shimbashi or Yurakucho Station. It doesn't really matter which one you start at, and then just walk along the train tracks, and you'll find so many cool little izakayas and restaurants and bars that you can go and eat at, and it's really fun. We have made it to Tokyo Station!
This is insane.
are off to the next station, which I think is Kanda Station. I'm not positive though. Let's keep walking. We'll find out. We have just arrived at Kanda Station, and I gotta say, this actually took us way longer than I thought. But yeah, we're here, Kanda Station. I don't really know too much about Kanda Station. I've never actually come to this area before, but let's keep going. One thing that is consistent no matter what part of Tokyo we are in is that it is so clean. We have made it to Akihabara Station. I'm sure most of you guys know Akihabara. It's like the nerd central of Japan, basically. Unfortunately, Akihabara is also the time when we lose Sandy.
Bye!
She's leaving for a bit, but she's gonna join us a bit later on. She's just gonna go home, warm up a little bit, and yeah, she'll join us a little later, right? You're gonna join us.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. I hope so. All right, we'll see Sandy in a bit, hopefully.
Okay, goodbye. Bye.
Bye. Okay, we are back walking again. Although we've lost Sandy, she was such a trooper and she stayed for way longer than she planned on, which was really nice of her. And yeah, now I'm heading to Okachimachi Station and then Ueno Station. As we get closer to the next station, it's starting to get a little bit more lively. I think one thing that I've come to realize through this whole walk is that every area of Tokyo has something to offer. Like even the smaller areas that you might not think are that interesting, they're really cool as well. And sometimes even in between the areas, there's really cool stuff. Alright, we have made it to the next station, Okachimachi, but we're gonna just continue on and head to the next station, which is Ueno Station. As we are walking from Okachimachi to Ueno, we are going to be passing through Ameyoko, which is like a super famous street here in Ueno, in Tokyo in general. And Ameyoko, there's two meanings behind the name. So one of them is Ameyoko as in America Yoko, America Street. And then the other one is Ameyoko as in like ame, which is like Japanese sweets. And this area used to be really famous for black market items after World War II, and it was also really famous for selling candy. So it's up to you to choose which meaning you prefer. Here we are, we have made it to Ueno Station, and this walk was really nice actually. Coming from Okachimachi to Ueno was a blast. Getting to walk through Ameyoko, it was so lively tonight, and it was just so much fun. But anyways, we are off to the next stop. Let's keep going. To walk from Ueno Station to the next station, it's actually not too bad because you walk on this like upper area that's near Ueno Park, and there's no cars or anything. It's very quiet. Well, there's not many people to be honest either, so it's a little too quiet. Well, let's keep going at this point. I feel like I'm feeling pretty good. You know, we're doing a lot of stations. We're making a pretty good pace. I think we got this. I think I can actually finish this Yamanote Line thing. This definitely feels like the most isolated station that I've been to so far. I feel like you can tell because there's actually a lot of cabs parked outside of the station. So it feels like we're in the middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere as far as Tokyo goes, not compared to most cities. But anyways, we're just gonna keep going. Next station, let's go. Our next stop will be Nippori Station. So apparently this is like the Love Hotel district because there are so many Love Hotels here. It's kind of crazy how many there are. More Love Hotels everywhere you look. I am now walking through what appears to be a very residential area, but I think I'm very close to Nippori Station. Alright, we have made it to Nippori Station, and I gotta say, as soon as we got closer towards the station, it got a whole lot more lively. But yeah, it's a much nicer area, and I'm hoping that the walk from here to the next station, which is Nishi Nippori, is a lot nicer. And I think it should be really quick. It looks on the map at least like it's right by here, so it should be a nice easy walk. Alright, and we have made it to Nishi Nippori Station. And actually, we have a special guest once again joining us. Oh, and there she is! Sandy's back! Are you feeling warmed up now?
Yes, I put on 3 layers of pants, so I'm all good.
Yeah, Sandy was freezing, so
And I changed to thicker socks.
I think you should be okay now. Our next stop is Tabata Station. And hopefully we can find somewhere to stop on the way so Peter can get some food and maybe sit down for a bit because it's been a while since I've
Yeah,
sat.
he has been walking non-stop.
Yeah, pretty much. If you're ever doing this walk and considering what part to skip, this is definitely a part to skip. There is nothing around. Alright, here it is. We have made it to Tabata Station. Unfortunately, there's not too much around here, so I don't think this is a place where we'll be taking a break. So I guess we just keep moving. We keep going. I feel committed. We're gonna finish it today. So I've got a total of 8 more stops to go, and I'm averaging, let's say, about 20 minutes per stop. Some of them are less, some of them are more. Let's just say 20 minutes. It should take me a little over 2.5 hours. Almost 3 hours, which is kind of crazy. Goddamn Yamanote Line, moving so fast while I move so slow. We're just about here, and there's actually stuff near the station. Maybe we'll stop here for a little break. We have made it to Komagome Station, and there's actually stuff around here. So I think this is a good place probably to stop and grab a bite to eat. Change of plans, we are not gonna stop here. We're actually gonna keep walking to the next station and then stop at the next station because they have a Tully's, and I would love to have a coffee because I'm so tired right now. My batteries are all starting to die, so there's gonna be a lot fewer updates as we're walking around, but just know that we're walking, our legs are killing us, but we're gonna keep going. We have made it to Sugamo Station. I think now we're gonna look for the Tully's to grab a coffee and sit for a little bit and warm up, hopefully. My body's starting to really hurt. Oh. All right, let's go find the Tully's.
A few moments later.
I feel like stopping for coffee ended up being a double-edged sword. On one hand, it was really nice to get off of my feet. On the other hand, after starting to walk again, my feet are starting to really hurt. And it's not the tiredness that I'm worried about, it's more like my feet are very sore. They've been sore since, I mean, like the 3rd, 4th stop. So we're gonna try, we're gonna head to the next station, and then when we get to the next station, we're gonna decide if we can keep going or if we should call it a day. We have arrived back into civilization. We are here at Otsuka Station. We're not gonna spend too much time here though because we're heading to our next stop. So I was honestly thinking about giving up at that last station there because my foot is pretty sore, but we only got like an hour and a half probably to go, so.
We decided to power through it.
Yeah, let's just do it. We should be fine.
Pop some pills, drink some
Pocari Sweat
Strong Zero.
and just go. Okay, I guess Strong Zero, that also works. We are definitely gonna be filming a lot less though because we are running so low on battery power. My watch is dead, my backup battery is dead, my camera batteries are mostly dead, so we're running on very low power. We have made it to Ikebukuro Station, and I'm sure you've noticed, but our little stats are kind of gone. It's because unfortunately my Apple Watch is pretty much dead, and I do want to keep a counter of at least how many steps I've taken. I'm currently at 50,480 steps. So it's been a long while. Let's head to the next station. Nice to be able to get warm drinks from the convenience stores. There are so many cool small little alleyways here in Tokyo. They're really cool. We're so close. There's the station right there. We have made it to Mejido Station. We're getting close. We've got 3 more to go. So close. Let's keep going. We have made it to Takadanobaba Station. We only got 2 more left to go. This one's way busier. There's a lot of people here. There's like a lot of young people. I wonder if there's like a university near here or something, or I don't know. Or maybe it's just a cool hangout spot. But we don't got time to find out. We're on to the next stop, Shinokubo. Just keep going down this road. We have made it to our second last stop. We are here in Shin-Okubo. There is some construction going on, so it's a little bit loud. But Shin-Okubo is a really cool area because it's like the Koreatown of Japan. And there's just like so much good Korean food. I would say probably the second best Korean food in like the entire world, obviously after Korea. But we're off to our final stop, which is Shinjuku.
Yay!
We're at over 14 hours of walking. This is definitely the most ridiculous day ever. Or I should say it's the most ridiculous 2 days ever because it is now past midnight. So this is pretty late. Almost there though. We are so close now. And we're just gonna head through the famous Omoide Yokucho as we head to Shinjuku JR Station. After over 12 hours and 60,000 steps, we have made it to Shinjuku Station. Today was a journey. That's all I can say. I am so tired. My legs feel like they're gonna fall off, but I'm still so glad that we did this because we got to see parts of Tokyo that we would have never seen otherwise. If you guys enjoyed today's video and want to see more crazy adventures like this, leave a comment down below and give the video a like, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.